Good evening. I'm doing this again. Here I am. I'm doing it again. I'm going to let you in on a secret. No, not really. There's no big secret here. However, I do want to just share with anybody who is struggling like I am to get back to the life that they thought they were creating. And sometimes you get sidetracked. So I'm still pretty dedicated to what I guess I started out thinking. But the weird thing is that I really got far out there. I started to work a full-time job, like 18 years, doing something that I really, really care for a lot, that I learn a lot every day, and I grow as a person and all that. And then on top of it, hey, I have a pension and a paycheck, so I'm grateful. Unfortunately, I'm by myself, so I have some debt that I have to work on. And I did work hard and get something going. I had something, and I did what I had to do. I'm trying to learn something, and I thought I should learn to be a marketer. And you can get really carried away. It's very expensive to pay for the mentorship that you need. Some people, even young people, are naturally very good at whatever it would take on the internet, to turn something over. I mean, anybody who uses Instagram, the younger generation definitely knows about this. And they're doing well. They're doing well. And of course, people that are in my category too, some people get it. I can't get everything, you know what I'm saying? But I was thinking survival mode, like just learn how to do everything. And, I would always say, oh, I'm going to learn how to fish. I'm not just going to, pay somebody to do it. Although I did try that too. I did. It was fun. Of course, anytime you spend money, it's fun. I mean, you have to feel that it's good and it's fun, and I do enjoy it. I do enjoy, like, the idea of that, well, I'm passing this money on, so now somebody else is going to do something with this money, and at the same time, whatever I did with it, it was very, beneficial to me, that I would learn something, so anyway, yeah, I hope I didn't waste my money. My God, when you do these things, I really don't want to look at myself. I should be showing you what I came here to show you. I'm still working on this situation here. And I think the biggest lesson for me about all of this is that you have to have a product. I mean, I already had products. So, I did have product. I did have various things. I had, like, a virtual shop, but I also, before that, I had actual beads and beaded stuff. And I've always had paintings. I've always had, all kind of stuff that, I could sell. But, I don't know, it was just weird. I had a whole crazy thing that I did. I worked for the city, and I did a gardening project, and then that turned into an arts directorship, along with the gardening, and it was amazing. How does that happen? I mean, definitely that was right out of my wildest dream, that I could be so fortunate to get to try something like that, It didn't matter to me how much money I got for doing it, and I loved it, every minute of it, though I wish I could have had more support around me, because I think I could have been much more effective. But nonetheless, okay, so I'm creating the product which I think the people, or that my children, deserve. And I say that because they have made the sacrifice. They have lost so much time, like, and God bless them both. Uh, Alexandra's doing phenomenally well, and Patricia is also doing very well, considering the stuff that we go through, right? Life, it's so hard sometimes. But I just want to show you guys, oh my God, look at what has happened to me. It's just incredible. This is something I haven't seen in many, many years, you know? Acne. But I think it was because I was like snuggling up to my dog, and I think she was like, she needed a bath. I know. It's like, okay. So anyway, just wanted to show this because this is crazy, the amount of time. And you know what? I don't mind because this is, you love it. You know, you live for it. You just got to figure it out and do it. And it had its difficulties like in itself because this thing, it was a story without really anybody who's going to, you know, do the drawings or whatever, you know. So I said, well, I'm going to have to use something like people that I knew, pictures that I could, because you have to copy something. Like, well, some artists, this artist has to copy something. I have to look at something. I have to have a frame of reference. Because I just can't, I'm like mental when I don't see it. If I could, if I just have something that I can look at, right? So I'm supposed to either go and buy that, you know, $5 thing that's like, that will show you the hands. Or I could just take a picture maybe, you know, of my hands. There's no end to the way that I could get the frame of reference concerning hands. But definitely the hands are now. It's time for the hands, right? It's time to talk to the hands. Talk to the hands. This is Julia and Herschel Decor. Oh, wow. She looks wild in a way. Those eyes look crazy, crazy. Not really. She looks very sweet. This is actually, it's just one of those things. This is my Nana. And that's my granddaddy. That's my granddaddy. I didn't have anybody else. It was the family portrait that I had. And by the way, she fits the story of Julia so perfectly. She's a little teeny thing that she was, you know. Oh my goodness, and that she still is. I didn't mean it like other than to say that, you know, when you're young, you're so much smaller. Oh, and then you get smaller too as you age. Anyway, on that note, I just wanted to say that I took off the next 5 days, or actually, well, we're off because it's Memorial Day. So I'm going to be finishing this up. And on occasion, I'll, you know, let everybody see what I'm doing. There's 17 paintings. And then I got to throw them into the PowerPoint. And there is some editing that needs to be done there. But, you know, this is no joke. I mean, this is crazy. I had to go all the way down to the wire before I finally started to realize that I do have something that I can sell. You know, I do. And again, going back to the idea, number one, of entrepreneurship, you know, number two, of ingenuity and, you know, just being artistic and creative and wanting to create things, etc. I kind of always did know that I would be, you know, kind of writing something, kind of being in the back, ultimately. You know, even if I end up doing stuff like, you know, comic stuff or whatever, you know, on stage, I don't mind playing around like that a little bit. But as far as, like, you know, actually being this character, this is so much better for me, you know, to create it like outside of myself, you know. And so I share the story with you because, you know, you've got to make it up as you go along, for sure. And you've got to put the time in. So, like, it's been a while since January, really, actually, since September of last year. I started painting these paintings for this thing. And, you know, it's coming along. And look, This is another thing. This is it. This is all I have left. Look, everything is going. I can't. Oh, I have to, all of my money has to go to buying enough of these to save my ass. Okay? You know, so that things don't get complicated, so that things stay simple and we move on, and next year is a beautiful year where my little one graduates 8th grade and I get to move anywhere in the world that I want. Or I can stay. I can stay and live and be comfortable and just have another great year of my life and help other people and add value to whatever it is that I'm doing out there. You know? Like, definitely. All right. So that's it. We're still working on this thing. This thing is going best. Trust and believe. That's all I could do, is just trust in my own solitary motivation and desire, you know, to keep that desire, what I desire, in a nice, broad, soft way, you know. And it's been quiet around here lately for me. I'm working less hours, and, you know, it's good. I'm only working 40 hours a week instead of. So, okay, so another video done. All right. Just look out for the, you know, couple days from now. I think I'm going to start announcing this somewhere, because yeah, who would even know I'm here? So however this is going to work, it's okay with me, you know? I'm good. I'm good, whatever it is. All right. So let's have a great night. And if somebody gets to watch this, I hope I've given you a couple of ideas and a bit of motivation. All right. Good night.